Can Celestia reach new heights soon? This is TIA USDT or USD, and I think it has a very good chance of reaching new heights soon, given that Bitcoin does not stall, well, it does not break back into that 110K level, because that is the level Bitcoin broke out of that started this bull cycle, in my opinion. And Bitcoin is still the driver of this crypto market, whether you like it or not. If it pumps, that is very good for the altcoins, and if it dumps, that's still very bad for the altcoins. So, all eyes are still on Bitcoin. I'm still paying attention to Bitcoin first before paying attention to any altcoin setups. Even though I trade, when I trade altcoin setups, I love trading altcoins better than Bitcoin because it has higher volatility, right? And I just, I make more money off that volatility, especially when I risk manage effectively. So right now, it is still focusing on Bitcoin, but given that Bitcoin is all right, then I'm looking at Celestia here and see what the potential setup here is for TIA USDT. Now, I am long on Bitcoin and quite a bit of the altcoins here, so my opinion on this market is still bullish. I'll tell you guys when I change my opinion, and of course, the entire video is just my opinions only and not financial advice. And what I'm seeing here for TIA is that this is the weekly time frame. You're gonna find a very similar chart with a lot of the altcoins because it's been getting killed because of Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin hasn't really had the best year up till maybe July, right? Just last month when it actually broke through. But a lot of these altcoins have been getting beat up, right? You're gonna find falling wedges almost with well, probably all altcoins here. If you just go to the weekly time frame, you're probably going to find falling wedges with a lot of these altcoins. Maybe not all, but a lot. And I've been pointing out to you guys on my channel. If you guys been watching my channel, it's not a surprise. Now weekly time frame, Celestia running within this falling wedge pattern. Falling wedges usually break to the upside. They're very simple, very effective because it usually tells you after an extensive downtrend on that time frame, price action is more likely going to be breaking back out to the upside. And if this actually breaks back out to the upside, I'm looking at a price target of about $13 for Celestia. And if it breaks out by this point, let's just say, for example, of course, I've seen falling wedges break down as well, so gotta account for that scenario. If this doesn't break out to the upside, of course, even after it breaks out, it's not 100% it's gonna get to that price target. Price targets are estimates only. It very much depends on the overall markets and of course in particularly Bitcoin. I've seen breakouts that flop that goes way short of its price target. I have to manage just taking that into consideration, especially when it comes to profit taking, right? When it comes to profit taking, what I do is I set a limit, a minimum price level that I would get out of the coin for, and the maximum level. So I kind of have it in a range, right? So how I usually set that up is I would set my maximum to my limit order, right? And the minimum to be an alert, right? With trading view. If you guys don't have trading view, if you guys don't have enough alerts, if you guys that's what you guys want to do. You want to set alerts, which I think very much you guys should, because it's very easy to miss some of this price action. I've seen price drops in 20% in just 15 minutes. If you guys seen how these altcoins move, you guys know what I'm talking about. They move very fast, and they could when they pump, a 15-minute difference could be very different, right? You could either have cashed out of 20% or you missed out on 20%. right? So that's basically how I usually take my profits, right? Um, and that's how I also manage, just in case that these breakouts don't meet their price targets. A way of how I do it. Now, let's go back to Celestia here and take a look into a smaller time frame, right? Daily time frame. I've seen a falling wedge here on the daily time frame, broke out to the upside. That was back in July 3rd. Still valid. The price target would be just short of $2.50. Celestia didn't go all the way there before getting rejected and then formed another smaller falling wedge pattern here. And the price target for this one would be about $2.40. So let's see if it can come up here and meet these price targets and potentially break through. So this is basically what I'm seeing for Celestia. Quite a bit of uh, moving averages that's going to be acting as resistance, including the daily 200 SMA, the orange line here at about $2.65. So this is basically what I'm seeing for TIA, USD, or USDT. Let me know if you guys want to continue seeing more of this coin or any other coins in the market by dropping a like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you on the next one.